Hello and welcome back to Beam City Sports on 96.5 FM. This is KUBU Radio. This is your host, Tyler Texeira, here again with co-host Luke Mitchell. How's it going, Luke?
Doing pretty good. Staying cool. How we doing in Sacramento? Good to be back.
Yes, sir. And we have a very, very special guest here with us today. One of my closest friends and a very big up-and-coming rapper here in the Sacramento area, Teo Kodar. How's it going, T?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me. Artist name Teoman. It's my full name, Teoman. And yeah, we here.
All right. And, me and you have known each other since 6th grade, been close ever since. And it's really cool to see everything you've been doing, especially lately. Just dropping a big project out on all platforms. And that is called The Sun is Hot. Yeah, I just saw you perform that the other night above Harlow's at the Starlit Lounge. And that was one of my favorite nights going out in Sacramento so far. It was just a really jumping environment, and you killed it out there.
Thank you, bro. Yes, I appreciate you coming. Anybody that came, I appreciate and love. But, yeah, that show was amazing. It was one of my favorite shows. New project, The Sun is Hot. We got some amazing songs on there, all produced by Gabriel Cruz. And, yeah, go listen to that.
Yeah, we got a bunch of questions that we're going to jump into. And, I want to jump back to, when we first met. Ever since I met you, you've always been crazy good freestyler. And, every time we would hang out in a friend group and, at night, you would just start freestyling and just start going crazy. And all the other friends would kind of jump in, but no one would, stand out. You would really kill that every time. And I want to know, how has it, been different? How did you start your journey of actually making music, and not just freestyling?
Yeah, I remember I wrote my first stuff when I was 11 or 12, but I didn't tell anybody, And then once everybody, when we're young, we start loving music.
Mm-hmm.
We start being fans of music, and then I don't know, just started just freestyling one day and just threw on random type beats, and I would always just study rap and watch it and just be a fan. So it just started with love, man. I don't honestly just started freestyling, and then one day somebody told me about a studio. I think we were 16. And I was like, okay, bet, how much? He was like, $50 an hour. I was like, man, I only had $200. So then I just spent all my money on the studio, and then I just started doing that all the time, and then just grew a love for it, and I don't know, just kept getting more and more into it, and yeah.
Yeah, with this new project you just dropped, you did perform it live the other night, like I said, and you've told me you've performed at many other places live already, but I wanted to ask, you said you performed in LA before. What's the difference, performing in LA to Sacramento, your hometown? You get that hometown love, all your friends are there, but in LA, you don't know anyone in the crowd, like you told me. So how different is that?
It was different just because I definitely didn't have this project out or created yet, so these songs are just the best music I've ever made. So, I had my song Sunset done at the time and a couple funk songs, and nobody really knew me at all. And I was opening up for Igwe Aka, and so just opening up, there was probably only 20 people there, and then just did what I had to, pretty much.
Yeah, got the crowd jumping.
Honestly, I was super nervous, and I was unhappy that there was only 20 people in the crowd. And so, I don't know. But I learned from that experience because, no matter who's in the crowd, how many people, I'm always going to go crazy.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
That's how it starts. You gotta get somewhere, even though it's 20 people.
Yeah, and Sac is love, bro. I could sell out 100 tickets if I really.
It only takes that one person to post a story, and people's like, "Oh, who's that? Who's that?" Let me come to the next show. Let me hit that up.
Yeah, this show was popping, bro. This last show, and people know my words now. They're singing it. So
there you go.
Random people I don't even know walk up to me bro, that's my favorite song.
Yeah, being there, and you were really interacted with the crowd a lot as a live performer, and I was really impressed with that. And you were just creating conversations in the middle of songs with all the fans that were there, and you actually saw someone from New York there. Yeah. He downloaded the show right when he heard the first song, and
he
didn't know
the whole
you.
Project. Yeah, he downloaded the whole project. He was like, "Is this it? I just downloaded." I'm like, "Yes, that was it. Thank you." That type of stuff just makes me wow, it surprises me.
He's gonna go back, put more people onto that.
Exactly.
He's gonna spread it around.
Because, bro, I don't know. What I learned is if you put in work and you make people take you serious, that's all they can do. Just take you serious,
Yeah, the work always will pay off, no matter how long it's gonna take.
And music changes every day, so so do people. So like, I don't know. I feel like the songs we created is like a stamp in time. Like people are gonna listen to this project in a couple years and just remember their memories they made with it. Like just like how we did with music.
Yeah, like nostalgia. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But yeah, I really love this last project you just put out, and I wanted to, get the full story behind it. I know it's called "The Sun Is Hot," comes out at a good time, the hottest days in Sacramento, and all over. But what was the real story behind it?
Man, me and Gabriel Cruz, we've been working for 4 years. So like, we just unknowingly been developing a sound, and then like in the past year, we just like we got motivated to work on a piece of like a real project together. We got motivated from other things. Like we thought we were gonna get like some money from some people and stuff. And we're like, okay, we could invest into a project. And then we started a project, and then it ended up falling out. And then we were like, man, we already started this project. It sounds crazy. And it's one of my best friends. So honestly, we just like stuck on a project. That was our mindset for the past year. Made songs. We chose 9. And we didn't come up with the name of the project till like a month before it came out. And it was really Cruz. Cruz made the name one day. He said he was just driving and just thought of it. And it's super simple, and it does mean more than just like, obviously it's super hot in Sacramento, but like it's like, I don't know, it's a build up, The world, I look at myself like I'm just heating up in the world, like I look at it in multiple ways, and I look up to the sun. So yeah.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
You got anything, Luke, before we play his first song that we're going to perform or play live on the air?
Nah, I'm excited to listen to the music, man.
All right. So we got the first song we're going to play today is Driving Slow. Of course,
sir.
This is the clean version. And, our good friend Dom, his basketball player, has been posting this a lot. So This is one of my favorite songs as well off the project. But it's been getting a lot of love. All right. Let's jump into it.
I wanna take you on my driving slow. I wanna take you on my driving slow. I wanna take you on my driving slow. I wanna take you home, I'm driving slow. I wanna treat you like no heavy. I wanna treat you like no heavy. You know what it is, right?
That was my fault.
Ladies ain't nothing. I'm in a whole different mode. I'm getting my funds. They put my baby on couple of smoke. Right, yeah, I'ma love you right. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, don't put up a fight. Yeah, don't put up a fight. Yeah, I'ma love you right. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, don't put up a fight. Yeah, don't put up a fight. I don't wanna fight. No, I ain't tryna fight with. No, I ain't gon' lie to you. Don't go switching sides. Yeah, right. I wanna take you home, I'm driving slow. I wanna treat you like no heavy. I wanna treat you like no heavy. You know what it is, right when I walk in the door. Hey, tired of training all night. Baby, doing. Hey, tired of training all night.
Man, that was a vibe. Not gonna lie, I was feeling that one.
Oh yeah.
Tired of training shit like it now.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. So I've seen a lot lately about your promotions for, this album, certain songs, and all the like videos and stuff have been really like crazy. Like the one of you graffitiing "The Sun Is Hot" on there, and like the quality on there has just been like really insane to me. So who's behind all that?
Yeah, shout out all my people, bro. Shout out Filmed by Nate. Shout out Brandon Maciel. Shout out Fernando. Shout out Cam, Kunta, man. I really just blessed. Like people just mess with me. We just help each other, So they're all super talented. That's all the people that helped me with my video production as of now. And Nate did that one. Filmed by Nate did the commercial. We found a random boat in the field, and it was we just used it to promote some projects. But yeah, I just dropped a music video today with him actually. It's the song "All Yours" with Nate Curry. That's out right now.
Yeah, I gotta say, all the all the songs that I listen to, like that you have on Spotify and everything, all the productions, like the value of it is like I was not surprised by it, but I was just blown away. I was just like,
Yeah.
damn, like
Appreciate it.
it's top tier.
Super high quality on all those, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm curious because, we've been, of course, really good friends. I know who your favorite rappers have been, like, every time we hang out, like, of course, I know J. Cole is one of your big guys, but who has really influenced your music style?
Yeah, when I was young, J. Cole was my guy, like, for sure. And, like, all the other rappers, too. But, I don't know, once I got into high school, like, I stopped even listening to J. Cole too much and just, like, kept just falling in love with new underground artists that always come out. And then, but honestly, this project was, I have no idea how I made these songs. I have no idea.
Like Young Pinch vibes or like anyone
Honestly,
like that?
like shout out Young Pinch. He definitely like when you just get when you watch basketball, you get influenced. And I always compare basketball to music. Like it's the easiest thing to compare each other to. Like, you watch other players, or even watch your teammate doing some saucy. Like, you might learn from him and then add your own sauce to it without even knowing. So I think that's a lot of that, bro. So just being a fan of music, bro, and I'm able to create a whole new sound by myself with crews, like. But yeah, honestly, like, there's an artist named Junie, Jordan Ward, like even Aka, Nate Curry, like the people I have on my project and my influences.
Learn from them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Aka's been big since, we were in high school, and it's just crazy that you guys have really came up and gotten so close and all that, knowing each other for so long. But another good question, I think, how do you think your music has evolved since you first started? I remember taking a trip with you to Santa Cruz, and we had no internet, and the only songs we could play were your two first songs that you made with our good friend Noah Medina, and we were playing those two songs for about 5 days straight. The only two songs we could play, and all of us like loved it. Like, we were vibing, but I want to know your opinion looking back on those songs compared to like your music now.
Man, bro, I didn't even know how to record, so I didn't even know you could like take your time with it. I would just play a beat and just like rap the whole time and freestyle, And if I messed up one time, I would have to restart the whole thing. Like, that's how I didn't know how to record. So honestly, it was just I could explain it like I have raw talent, and then like if you really love something, you just develop it. And now like I'm doing melodies, I'm playing on my voice, I'm making real hooks that people remember and love. Like, so it's just regular development. I definitely feel like my music is 1,000 times better, and then in a couple years it's gonna be even better. So
only evolving.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to like circle back to like when you like kind of started, like you started at like a little studio, like you paid like $50 an hour for it, something like that. Like right now, like after like you coming out with this whole project right now, what's your like ideal work environment? Like just to not just like a basic studio. What do you want to have around you? Like who do you want to have around you when you're making an album?
Man, this project was like a mix. Most of the time it was just me and Cruz, just me and him, and we'll just sit down for an hour and just talk for an hour, like about girls, like about life, about money, like future. And after that, he'll just start cooking, and I'm just here bobbing my head.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna be smoking something for sure, and then just I'm sorry if I said that.
Nah, you're chilling.
Cigarette or something.
Don't matter. Be in California.
Exactly, but so, and then he just cooks something, and I'm just vibe on the song and crash on it. About our conversation.
Okay.
But a lot of the times, like, if I'm just in a group with a bunch of people, even if it's all my homies, I still feel pressure. So it's like not as comfortable. Like, I don't know.
So you gotta get comfortable.
A few homies chilling for sure.
Yeah, you gotta get comfortable with who you're with, and then
even if it's people I'm super comfortable with.
Okay.
If I'm just like in a room with a bunch of people I'm still comfortable with, I'm still trying to create something here.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
So,
I feel that.
But there is times where we're turned in the studio, we're deep, and I make something super lit. So, yeah, it's the vibe. It's who's around for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, listening to your music, I think you do a very good job of like storytelling, like you said, and you like incorporating like, something that's happening in your real personal life to like your music, but also making it like sound like a vibe and like something you enjoy listening to. I think J. Cole does that very well. So, saying that you looked up to him like when you were younger and stuff shows a lot right now. But what challenges have you faced so far, just making music and all that, like, trying to blow up as much as you can? What's been the biggest challenge?
Man, just staying up, staying confident, and staying paid. Like, that's really into being creative. Like, it's a whole balance that you have to do with being independent and, like, doing something that nobody else is doing, really, and actually trying to do it, not just saying it. So, yeah, a lot of sacrifice. Like, that's all I could say. A lot of sacrifice on regular life and, like, losing friends and family and, like, I don't know, just, like, a sacrifice. So that's what I've been doing, and I put all my money, all my focus onto music, and now I feel super confident with my music, and you know, now that's getting, I feel way more comfortable. I have plenty more songs ready to come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I go back to regular life, and then I'm like, okay, let me take care of regular life
Yeah.
stuff. You know, but like,
it's not,
you really have to be delusional. You really have to be like,
it's not just a side hobby for you. This is something that you want to make your
If anybody growing a business,
this is your hustle.
Anybody growing a business, you have to sacrifice so much.
Yeah.
That's just what I want people to know.
Mm-hmm. This is your life.
Yeah. So, you know, like you said, you put music number one, but then it's become difficult to, you know, like you said, balance those other things in life. Like, if you put music number one, you're going to start losing people in life. Your circle's going to get a little smaller, but you just got to stay up.
No, for sure. Yeah. Everything's temporary, you know, so like everything is temporary. That's what I learned in this music, and like your career or your business or your game. When you hooping, like you want to go to the league, like you have to literally do everything you can.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll jump into the second song. This one is Sunset, of course, off the latest project, The Sun Is Hot, out on all platforms right now.
Probably something that I never felt before. Yeah. I don't know what they want from my soul. Yeah. All I know is I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. I know what I want, no I don't. It gets so bad when you on call. And I know what you really on. I don't know how much I could take.
Don't know what I want from the. I got jumper, I pull up and stroke. In your city, so drop all the lows. Yeah, and I know what you want, no, I don't. I'm a cool, be cooking that dough. Whoa, keeping that on the low. Yeah, keeping that on the low. Oh, how to say goodbye. I feel how to say goodbye.
I don't know what I want from me. Probably something that I never felt before. I don't know what they want from my soul. All I know is I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go. I know what I want, no I don't. It gets so bad when you on call. And I know what you really on. I don't know how much I could take.
It be off for me to vent. Round my tail, I can show you who I am. Is it what they call love? When I call
I don't know what I want from you. Probably something that I never felt before. I don't know what they want from my soul. All I know is I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go.
Love that one. That might be my favorite one on the project.
Top on my list.
That's one of people's favorites.
So that's
the
all
one
you.
that we sing.
Yeah,
that's all me.
That's all you.
We just getting fly with the engineering. We just trying new things. That song, like, that give me Frank Ocean and Future. Put in one song. Like, I'm just happy I made it.
It sounds like
I asked, is there someone in your life, someone hurt you or something?
This whole project, no, this song was made like 9 months ago.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
I've been on this sauce, you know. I'm letting it out.
Yeah,
I'm releasing it, but like,
what was the story behind that? If you have one, you know, and
I mean,
you don't say names, but
no names for sure. And the quick summary is just like, you know, when two people like really do have stupid feelings for each other, love, and there's just a lot of things blocking it that stops you guys from like getting into that real relationship, you know. And that's just me being stuck in the middle, honestly. Like,
I feel that one.
It's like a
Feel that one.
situationship song.
That
but
one, yeah.
That's like that's a song that I play at the show, bro.
Yeah, that one
Everybody
went
said
crazy
word for word.
live.
That was the best one.
Yeah,
Get off.
and
Me.
Whatever I Say Go,
Mhm.
or that one was one of my favorites live.
I feel like whatever I say is like I realized after that show, like that song's a great song to open the show
Yeah,
because it's simple, it's a great beat,
And then they
just
sing along.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All they gotta
yeah.
say is go.
Yeah. What was your most memorable performance live you've had so far? Was it the one that I went to? Because that one, if you say that, I wouldn't be surprised. That one was really lit, really turned. Had a bunch of people there, people you didn't know, people you did know. So
I think that was like, just because it just happened, that was definitely one I felt probably one of the best about. But I've done some lit shows. Like,
yeah,
I just performed at Concert in the Park. I did a song on artsit, so that was cool. There was like 500 people there. But it's not the same when like I'm doing a song that's unreleased. It's like a feature for Aka, like, you know. So yeah, I could just say the last show we did, man. And we have a show coming up. This is gonna be the best show. It's August 30th. Super, super big. We're gonna get like 300 people. It's in Folsom at this new venue called the Mosaic. Crazy sound system. Please come. $10 tickets. The show is gonna be huge.
Mosaic, August 30th. What time?
Shoot, I think like 8, but we got tickets
8.
on sale now.
There you go.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Mark that down in your calendar,
Yeah,
Sacramento.
mark that down. You know, just listening to your music, someone you actually put me on a few years ago. One of our favorite rappers, me and Luke also love this guy, Larry June. How
Larry
much has
June.
Larry
Oh,
June
just at a
impacted your
show.
music? Yeah.
Shout out Larry June.
Larry June, I don't think he's impacted my music, but I think he's impacted like maybe just like the way I would want my career to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Independent,
Like,
staying
like,
solo.
he's with Empire, but like he's more like so up. He's like a partner with Empire.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah.
not like he doesn't be owing them money and like
Yeah.
they make money together now, like fully. So he's a boss. So like
Yeah.
and he's from San Francisco, like 2 hours, an hour away. So
Mhm.
I look at Larry June as just like I want my career. I would like my career
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You know,
And he was like releasing music
But I
like a
love
long
his
time
music,
ago
yeah.
and not very big. And then I remember a few years ago, like 2019 or something, you showed me him and I never heard of him.
Yeah.
And then right after 2019, he's like blowing up like crazy. Now he's
Right.
on these mainstream songs, like being played on the radio all the time. And
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you really
He
saw
sold out
you saw it
6
coming. Yeah.
He sold out 6,000 tickets in SAC.
Wow.
In the
That's
park.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
But like he's going up for sure. And yeah, I love Larry June, bro. But since I've been listening to him since like 2018, 2019, it's like, man, like I feel like I already know, bro. Now, you know, like
Yeah.
I just need a song with him or something. I'll do a hook for him.
Yeah, yeah. What's one piece of advice that you've got from, you know, like your circle around or anyone big that you look up to that has really motivated you to like keep going at this and just not give up?
You said who?
Like, what's a piece of advice that you've gotten from someone that you like has really stuck with you?
Man, I feel like I'm the one that be giving a lot of advice to people. But as far as
Got it
like,
on his own.
as far as like older homies that are successful with this right now or get into it, they definitely just always tell me like don't like I don't know how to explain it. Like
You really do a good job of like putting yourself out there, like
Yeah, I
going
like-
out all the time and like
Yeah.
meeting new people and
Yeah,
not being
honestly.
afraid to meet new people.
yeah,
and-
I've just always been just like blindly just going, you know, and
Yeah.
like doing everything I can, you know, and like honestly that's what it is staying passionate, bro. Like, you know, staying really passionate and like just learning how to treat people. Like, you know, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Stay passionate, learn how to treat people. That's the best things I've learned from people,
Yeah, yeah. Anything before we jump into this, your song with Nate Curry called
Yeah.
All Yours?
Oh yeah, we just dropped that video today too,
Yep.
so you could go watch that.
All right, let's play it.
I'm all for being all yours. When we cross paths, I knew we'll meet the last time. We should talk more. I've been waiting for. I know from the jump I couldn't lose you. And before you head that way, but let's talk. Babe, I feel you in my chest like a cough. Okay, I got some shit to get off. Okay, I try. I ain't trying to let time pass by. You know that I'm all yours, as long as you're all mine. I'm all for being all yours. When we cross paths, I knew we'll meet the last time. We should talk more.
video out now.
Yeah, they just played that on the UK BBC radio yesterday, bro.
Oh, that's
Shout out
pretty tight.
Cass, who works over there in the UK.
Hell yeah.
Met him through Nate Curry, but like they played that yesterday. It was beautiful.
So now we're playing it on the radio in SAC, and then they got it playing in the UK. So
Yes,
There we
sir.
go.
Yeah,
Worldwide. Worldwide.
yeah, that's crazy.
Feel my chest
last-
like a cow.
Last question before we go to our first break. How do you envision the next steps of your music career? Like, what do you want the next steps of your music career to be?
Since I did the rebrand with like restarting my pages and like starting the rebrand with like Funkman, Sunset, and this project, you know, I just look at it like, okay, I'm building my connects now. Like I'm about to go to LA and perform on Friday for this A&R on a DJ set he got, like random stuff. Like I see what direction I'm headed. I'm really proud of my music, and I have people that are really like doing this, and they believe in me, and my friends believe in me. So honestly, as long as I got the village around me, like we're gonna keep going. So I just want to be as big as possible and just be happy.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right.
The sun is hot.
The sun is hot. Before we go to our first break, just going to let you guys know we're going to be talking a lot of basketball the next half of the show. Going to get into some Sacramento Kings, some Olympic news. And, you know, playing basketball with you, you're definitely one hell of a shooter, as I am myself, I want to say. But I'm going to ask you who your top 5 shooters are of all time. So I want you to be ready with that answer. Coming up next on KUBU Radio 96.5.
Beam City Sports.
All right, and we are back live here on KUBU Radio 96.5 FM. Again, this is your host, Tyler Texeira, co-host Luke Mitchell, and special guest, Teo Kodar. Teoman on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, all that. But yeah, you know, me and Teo played basketball together pretty much our whole lives. Luke, I know you love hoop as well.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a basketball-oriented show.
If I didn't hurt my knee, man, I would have gone to the league.
Man,
I would've
next
been up
Larry
there.
Bird.
Yes, sir.
But all right, so I want to ask you, who's your favorites coming into this NBA season? I know you've always been a big Warriors hater.
No.
Kind of, a little bit. But respect being in SAC, you know, when they were good those years. But you always loved, like, those. Remember you loving those Thunder teams with KD and Westbrook before KD left,
Oh, yeah.
of course.
Oh,
And
hell,
you
boys.
loved those teams
There
as
we
well.
go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
Boys, boys.
But yeah, who's your teams this year? I know you're a Kings fan, but besides the Kings, what's your team to look out for this year?
I mess with OKC.
Still messing with
Still
OKC.
messing with them. They're
You like
scary,
Shea's
man.
game?
They're scary.
Yeah, Shea's crazy. And then also what's the team?
Philly just got Paul George. I know you're a big Paul George guy. Dallas got your guy Clay.
I just don't believe in Philly for some reason.
You don't believe in
Yeah,
Philly?
even though they're nice. They have crazy bench.
Mhm.
They got a crazy. They're the
Crazy
They're,
bench. But
I
I'm gonna
think-
say OKC or Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah,
You've always
I'm
been a big
Dallas.
Clay guy.
Yeah, I mess with Clay.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how Luca and Clay fit together.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to chill. He's gonna be able to chill. Like
The defense is the part. they
Defense
gotta
is
worry
going to
about.
be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, other things about the NBA. The Sacramento Kings obviously picked up DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
What do you think their chances are coming into next year against all these teams in the West? You know, like a young Minnesota.
Oh,
Just went
Minnesota's
far.
one of them
Yeah,
ones, too.
Minnesota. Yeah.
One of them ones.
You think the Kings are real contenders now with DeRozan?
I'm gonna always say we're contenders. Yeah, we contending.
There
And
we go.
DeMar is crazy, but he's on his back end of his career, so I hope he just really hoops. I hope De'Aaron like really hoops because sometimes when I watch De'Aaron, it looks like he doesn't even want to play until like the fourth quarter. So like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it'd be frustrating me. But it's Keegan. I'm excited for Keegan. So
Yeah, DeMar's gonna. I feel like
think-
DeMar's.
yeah, I think
Sorry.
it's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be nice. Yeah.
I feel like DeMar's gonna take that leadership role that Harrison had, like a little like player captain, like coach, like
Yeah.
kind of thing.
And be more like vocal than Harrison
Yeah.
was. You know, Harrison's kind of a quiet guy. He's not really trying to step on anyone's
Mm-hmm.
toes. But DeMar has been an established star in the league for like over 10 years now. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a lot of room to like guide these young
He's gonna be,
guys and
like,
motivate them.
Be able to teach a little bit more
Yeah.
for them. Yeah.
Yeah. And playing basketball with you all these years, you know, like I said, really good shooter, definitely one of the best shooters I've ever seen. Killing it all high school, all that. But so who are your top 5 shooters? Luke, I'm going to ask you after as well. Your top 5 shooters. We all know who's number 1.
Yeah,
We all know number 1 is Steph Curry.
Stephon for sure.
Nah.
You say Steph, Clay, Ray, KD.
KD.
Damn.
He is. He
No,
is.
you
Yeah,
have to. You have to. KD, Clay, Steph, Ray.
We got like Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, some old guys, new guys in the
I'm gonna
league.
say Dame.
That's what I was gonna say. I was hoping no one
Dame.
said Dame.
I
I personally,
bro, he won how many 3-point contests? And
Yeah.
he really, if he had a good team in his prime, bro.
Mhm.
I was gonna have Dame on my list.
Yeah.
He was competing with Curry on so
Yeah.
many 3-point.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna put Curry number 1.
Mhm.
I was gonna put Reggie number 2.
Reggie. Yeah.
And I'm gonna put Peja number 3.
Peja, Sack Love.
Peja, Sackler. And then honestly, also, I think he's one of the best shooters of all time. Like no matter what. Like,
Peja.
Yeah,
He is,
Peja.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like back to or almost 3 times. Was he 3-time in a row champion,
I'm
or
not
was
sure.
it 2-time?
But if he was playing in
And
the
then-
NBA today, it would be
It
like
would be,
it would be crazy.
cleanup.
Yeah.
And then that was 3, 4.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen probably
Yeah.
gonna be up there, and then
Yeah.
I was putting Dame at 5 as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally think Dame is the second best shooter of all time. Just because of everything he can do off
Okay.
the dribble and
Yeah.
the range that he has.
I wasn't expecting that.
His range
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, his range is crazy, and like a lot of these guys like Clay, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, are kind of more catch and shoot guys, which obviously you still need, but I think the level that Dame does it just puts him above them. So I think, in my personal opinion, Dame is the second best shooter of all time.
Yeah.
I didn't do it in order, but yeah, Dame is.
Yeah.
Dame is
Okay.
definitely he's up there.
Yeah,
Big
Um,
Lillard.
yeah, Dame, also a rapper. But yeah, so the Olympics have also been going on, and USA just beat Serbia the other day. That was against Nikola Jokic and Bogdan Bogdanovic on Serbia, and then USA, of course, is all their guys. But it was a kind of a blowout win, 110-84, and USA came out with their same starting lineup of Steph Curry, Drew Holiday, Devin Booker, LeBron, and Embiid. And every time they start that lineup, I feel like they start out so slow. And they always go in the first quarter, they're always losing most of it, but then they put their bench guys in. The real story of this game was KD, though. KD was perfect in the first half. He had 21 points, 8 for 8 from the field, 5 for 5 from 3. And he really just completes this team, I think.
Every play that they had, like dribbling up the court, it was a show. Like
Yeah.
they were like sometimes looking like the Harlem Globetrotters,
Yeah.
like having like Drew Holiday wide open down in the key.
Yeah.
Nobody knew where he was. It was just like an easy layup.
Yeah,
They're gonna beat every team.
yeah.
By a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, and they're playing South Sudan as we speak right now. They're up over 20.
Yeah.
So after, almost losing to South Sudan about a week ago,
Yeah, they just getting better with each other.
yeah.
That's all
And
it is.
KD being back, I really
KD,
think makes everyone else feel at ease. I
Yep.
feel like before KD came, no one really knew their role as well as they do now, and they were forcing things.
The squad is crazy, bro.
yeah.
They would beat the dream team.
Yeah, they would beat the Dream Team. But what do you think about the Redeem Team? That was with Kobe, Braun, Melo, Dwight Howard. You think they would beat them? Because Luke actually picked the Redeem Team over this
I
team.
picked the Redeem team.
I kind of picked this year's team over the Redeem Team. What's your take on it? Because that team
it's
was
just like
pretty
those-
insane.
There's just a lot of the same players on there. Also the main players. They're still.
But they
it's
had
crazy.
Kobe.
They had Kobe.
This team
and
has
Chris
Curry.
Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah, squad, but
D Wade on that team.
yeah, but we have Curry.
Yeah.
No, this team would win. We got Ant as baby Jordan. Like this.
Yeah,
I gotta disagree. I'm still sticking with the Redeem team.
Yeah.
Redeem team.
Be like that.
yeah.
Kobe would take him on. Kobe would dog Anthony.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sure. No, Kobe is the difference there.
Kobe is, and he didn't like to lose in those Olympic games. He never lost a game. I think his record is 35-0 in
Never.
Olympic play. But something we saw from the Serbia game was big story was Jason Tatum just won the NBA championship as the best guy on his team, and he didn't play at all in that game against Serbia. And Tyrese Halliburton, our guy, also didn't play any minutes. And what do you guys think about that? Do you think Tatum? He was in the starting lineup today. But do you think he really deserves minutes over some of these guys? Because it's hard to point out who shouldn't be playing.
I mean, I feel like Kerr should be able to fit everybody in this rotation.
Yeah.
With how good everybody is, no matter what. I feel like there's going to be a moment for everybody to get in and touch the ball, just to make at least 2 plays. You don't need to have them in for a bunch of minutes. You can consider part of the game like garbage time at some point when somebody's kind of needs to come out and just kind of get a rest.
Yeah.
At first, I looked at it like, dang, Tatum is really trash. I'm just
That's what the whole social media is like coming at him
like
about.
they're up
Yeah.
20. Why is he not playing?
Yeah.
But like I feel
I'm
like
thinking like that. Like he must be really trash.
or like something's like wrong with him or something
Right.
like
I
that.
feel like Steve Kerr has like too much respect for those guys, like to play them just in garbage time though. That's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a
because
disrespectful
LeBron
look.
and KD played like 20-something
Yeah.
minutes. Like a lot of people, a few players like played like 27, 28 minutes. So,
Yeah.
like, that's a lot of time. That's like 80% of the game, and that's his position. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think Tatum's good though.
Yeah, obviously he's looked good today.
You also got to ask
them.
if it's the league asking them like, hey, can you play the star players a little bit more, get a little bit of showtime? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And it's crazy to see how good Drew Holiday's really been in this whole Olympic run. He had 15 points last game, was the third leading scorer. And you know, a lot of people like came at Steve Kerr for starting Drew Holiday, but he really has stuck with him, and it's worked. Just on the defensive end, especially.
Yeah, he's that defensive presence that they need when they start out the game. Like, I mean, they started out slow, like you said.
He's
like,
smart, bro.
like,
He's smart.
Yeah.
He's a smart player. He's big.
Mm-hmm.
He can guard every position. He's unselfish. Like he's just raw. He's raw. And he just won a championship too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got the confidence in him. He's good.
Who did he start over?
Drew Holiday started over like guys like KD didn't even start. KD didn't start. Tatum didn't start. D Book was starting with him, so it was kind
that's
of
what I'm surprised about.
Curry was starting.
Curry was starting.
That's what I'm surprised about having D Book on there, 3 guards like at the same time. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you got LeBron out there with AD or Embiid, like no matter what, but having 3 guards is kind of wild.
Yeah.
Especially with how big Serbia is. Like Serbia's big.
Yeah, and today Steve Kerr switched it up. He ended up starting Anthony Davis over Embiid for the first time, and then started Tatum over Drew Holiday. So it was Curry, Tatum, LeBron, AD, and Devin Booker. So Devin Booker started every game. I know that's also one of your guys, crazy. Devin Booker. But do you think Devin Booker's better than Anthony Edwards? Because that's kind of like
that's kind of crazy. Though. Yeah, I didn't know he started every game.
Yeah.
I think D Book is better at things than Ant is, and then Ant is better at him at certain things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like ISO
I think Ant's gonna have a better career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Ant is really just one of those guys. It's crazy to see.
D Book is just a real shooter,
smooth.
Yeah. Just smart.
He's got one of the cleanest shots in the league right now.
He does.
Yeah.
And he was kind of struggling before last game where he went 4 for 5 from 3, had 12 points. So he's kind of taken that role of just like trying to guard one of the best guards on the other team and just kind of spot up for 3. Yeah. LeBron hit him on the drive and kick or something like that. But their next game after today is going to be on August 3rd. That's going to be against Puerto Rico, who has some guys. They have some real shooters on that team. They got Jose Alvarado. They got some other young guards that can really shoot it.
Yep.
So that's going to be not an easy
breakout
game.
Players.
Yeah.
We're gonna win though.
Yeah, you think it's just easy?
Yeah.
They'll. I feel like. I mean, I think it'll be like the same first quarter that we had against Serbia, where it's like kind of close, and then they're gonna turn up. It'll be a 25-point game by the first half. I feel like.
Yeah. But also, all the other Olympic sports have been going on. Everything has started except track and field.
Some pretty big moments.
What have you noticed, Luke, from the Olympics?
I mean, first of all, I want to start out with that rugby game with the women's and the bronze medal match.
Yeah.
They got denied from it was New Zealand. Obviously, like they're dominant in rugby no matter what, both sides, men's and women's. We were playing them. They kind of cleaned us up to go to the gold medal match. So they played Canada and ended up winning gold. But we were in the bronze medal match against Australia. And it was Australia kind of dominated. Like, I mean, it was more of a defensive game, only 12-7. Or no. It was 14-12 was the final score. Australia kind of controlled most of the game. And they were up. They went up by 5 by a try with 1:30 left. And then we had the ball with like 15 seconds left all the way down at the other side of the field. And then our girl, her name's Alex Cedric, broke out all the way dashed to score a try with over 30 seconds in extra time, tied it up, and then extra kick for 2 points, won us the bronze medal. So that's the first time in history that U.S. women's rugby has won a bronze medal or any medal at all. So that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, watching the rugby team, those are people you don't want to mess with. They are jacked.
Nah,
and they are
they're
strong.
scary.
And
Yeah.
I saw USA play against, I think it was China or Japan or something, and they dominated them like 40 to 9 or something, and it was just But Tia, what's some other Olympic sports that you've kind of caught your eye so far besides basketball, of course? There's like swimming, there's soccer, boxing.
I saw this one random sport on Instagram, but it wasn't. I don't think it was Olympics though. It was like a random. Honestly, I don't watch the Olympics, so I couldn't tell you. But I'm definitely supporting the hoop team.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But a crazy stat on the back to the hoops is Kevin Durant has a chance to set a record for the first U.S. men's player with 4 gold medals if they win it this year.
Damn.
He won it in 2012, 2016, and 2020, and he's also the Olympics all-time leading scorer for the men's U.S. team.
KD's like that.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
He's-
Yeah. Also,
No, yeah. I think he's probably the greatest U.S. basketball player in history, I think.
yeah.
yeah, especially if he gets that 4th gold medal, that would be crazy to see.
Yeah. I mean, besides those accolades, all the other like FIBA tournaments he's won with the team. And,
Yeah.
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 That's amazing.
Someone I also saw on Australia, Patty Mills, he passed Manu Ginobili for 6th in all-time Olympic scoring. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Patty Mills is he turns up in the Olympics like every year. Like he becomes a different player than he is like in the league.
That's too bad, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Patty.
Yeah, shout out Patty. Also got to shout out the men's skating for the Olympics. Had Nigel Houston and Jaeger Eaton in there for the finals. They kind of controlled the whole thing. They were number 1 and 2 going into the finals. But then Yudo Horigame from last year, he won a gold medal. Came in clutch on his last best trick and took gold. Then Jaeger Eaton was second, and Nigel Houston took third. But yeah, it was a really cool event to watch. Like, glad they added it in last Olympics.
Yeah. But the Olympics are still going right now. Obviously, it's just always on, always going. There's been some crazy games and like some
Also
crazy
gotta shout out
sports.
the
handball.
soccer team
Yeah,
too.
the soccer, of course, yeah.
These young kids coming in. They got Brendan Aronson. He's helping out the team a lot. They just beat Guinea, and they're going to the quarterfinals for the first time in 24 years.
Wow.
They're going to be playing Morocco there.
Wow.
So that'll be pretty exciting for them. This kind of underdog U.S. team.
Yeah, that would be tight.
Yeah,
We
that'd
got
be
super
sick.
close to winning the soccer.
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean, Argentina's still in it. Women's is going on still.
yeah.
They're back in the quarterfinals. I mean, they're always dominant no matter what team they have out there. The women's team is always number 1 pretty much. But yeah, no, that's exciting. And then also got to shout out the women's gymnastics team getting back up top. With Simone Biles back out there leading the team and Sunny Lee. No, yeah, they won gold. And then the men's, for the first time since 2008, they won bronze. And they were beyond excited watching them celebrate. And then they cut to the Chinese team who was going for gold, and they're heartbroken that they're on silver.
Yeah.
They're just weren't happy at all.
Yeah, they work so hard, and then they.
Yeah,
I mean, getting
come
silver
up
is
that.
still really good, but yeah, obviously disappointed. If we want to move on from the Olympics, just some other NBA news that's been happening recently. Free agent guard Tyus Jones has agreed to sign with the Phoenix Suns.
I saw that.
So that's a big move
That's
for
kind of a
them,
big
actually.
move.
And
I didn't know he was on the market.
yeah, and he was probably the best free agent, still out there. And he
Yeah.
signed for like $3 million a year. So nothing crazy. The Suns didn't really have any money, obviously, to give. But there's a lot of questions going around about their starting lineup. If they're going to start Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, KD, and Nurkic, or if Bradley Beal is going to end up coming off the bench. I want to know what you guys think about if Bradley Beal should come off the bench, if they should, find another wing to start to guard some guys, or if they should just go all offense and kind of put them all out there.
I feel like they should probably start with the same lineup, or relatively the same lineup they had last year
Yeah.
with Bradley Beal. See how that rolls out in the beginning, and then always have time to switch it up and see what works best. I feel like Bradley Beal should probably start and keep that kind of same solid lineup that they had.
He's making $50 million a year. One of the highest paid
I feel
players
like
in the league.
he would probably be a little unhappy too if he was coming off the bench.
Yeah.
But is he even healthy?
Yeah, I mean they're going to
think
come
so.
into the year healthy, but they always get hurt during the year. I mean,
Yeah.
They just
the
need
Suns are a
good-
team that
They
gets
need
hurt.
somebody to distribute to them.
Yeah.
So like
That's
Tyus
what-
Jones will be fine.
Yeah, they also got Monte Morris as well, so they kind of have two point guards that like real point guards. Because last year they didn't even have a real point guard. Like they had D-Book running the point, they had Brad running the point, and obviously it didn't work. They got swept in the first round against Minnesota.
Yeah. Sick.
But yeah, there's just a lot of questions about if Bradley Beal will end up coming off the bench or what they're gonna do with that. Yeah, but other NBA news, like who's your guys' favorites coming in to next year? Like number one, is it still Boston?
I don't know. I think Philly might be up there.
Yeah.
New York.
New York
New York.
is also going to be exciting
Big
to
moves.
watch.
Yeah.
I mean, East is slimier than the West right now. Low-key.
Oh yeah.
Like they're top teams, but then West just has so many like.
It's a
what's
little
it called?
spread out.
New Orleans got DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
They have Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also don't know what they're doing with Brandon Ingram yet. Like,
Yeah.
They have no idea if they're going to trade him away.
If the Warriors get Laurie,
That would be big.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't go nowhere.
I think I heard that's slipping out a little
Oh no,
bit.
it is slipping out. I did hear that too.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's because they don't want to trade Brandon Pajemski. They would rather trade Kuminga over Brandon Pajemski, which is crazy because the Jazz want AirPods Pajemski over Kuminga, so it's not going to happen because of that. And the Warriors just think Pods fits their system better, and he's not like someone you need to give the ball to. Like Kuminga is like kind of a ball dominant. Like he needs the ball to be effective. Yeah.
No, tough.
No, it's going to I
really,
feel like
I'm just super excited. I feel the same way I did last year. Like I have no idea who's gonna take
Yeah.
it.
That's why it's so exciting now,
Yeah.
like with this NBA.
I need the Kings to be back up top and around like a 4 seed. We need to be hosting a playoff series instead of
Man.
I think we could do it though.
But we lost to New Orleans 6 times last year.
That's the issue. We
And
need
now
to
they
get
just got
past
better.
New Orleans.
But we did get better too. But
Yeah. A lot of questions still for the Kings on that starting 2-guard spot.
Yeah.
We got Kevin Huerter, Malik,
I think-
and Keon Ellis, all the candidates to start there.
I know Malik is super confident coming off the bench. I know he has said that he likes coming off the bench and leading that role. And then I also love Keon starting too.
Yeah.
I feel like Keon could kind of take that position this season with De'Aaron because he adds that defensive presence that De'Aaron kind of lacks and DeRozan kind of lacks.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think on that? Who do you think should start at the 2?
I like Keon's energy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Herter just disappointed me, so I don't even want to talk about him.
Yeah. That first year, he like surprised all of us, just lit it up, shot like 50% from
Right.
3. And then last year, he had a really rough year.
Because everybody knows how to guard him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got to make some new shakes, make some shake for Herter to succeed.
Yeah, true.
Get
him
Malik,
some-
get him his own shots. Keon Ellis is everywhere, so he going to find his own shots. So
He went from red velvet to a white chocolate covered strawberry.
right. He's just depleting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
shout
he
out
also got
Herter.
hurt, so
Yeah.
I there's a lot of hope for Herter to have a bounce back year, but I am a little nervous that he could fall out of the rotation completely and eventually get traded for something.
Herter's good. He's 6'7"
Yeah.
shooter. Like,
Yeah, he's tall.
He has height. He could he has defense. I mean, well, not defense, but
He was
height to
clamping
that
Curry.
2-guard.
He was low-key clamping Curry a couple of them games when
the
they had
playoffs?
this playoff series a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Almost a couple years ago.
yeah. I mean, he tries.
He was
He tried. He gives
remember,
effort.
I remember he was
Tyler's
clamping low-key.
disappointment. Yeah.
Well, because Curry, had
But then
a
Curry
crazy
dropped
year.
50.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
he
50.
dropped 50, yeah.
Yeah.
And then y'all lost to Bron.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
I mean,
Tough.
yeah.
Kings would have swept them.
The Lakers that year. Yeah.
I'm saying woulda.
Yeah,
Bronny,
whatever.
that man, Bronny.
I'm saying woulda.
Shoulda, woulda. Anything else before we get going? I'm gonna end up playing some songs to close it out.
Yeah, I got to shout out my home Little League field that I played at, Land Park Pacific Little League over at Dooley Field. They are 3 wins away from making it to the Little League World Series at Williamsport.
That's crazy. That's where you played.
That's where I played when I was a kid, ever since I was like 5.
Yeah.
Like just playing farm ball all the way up to Major League, Little League. But they are 3 games away. They're going down to San Bernardino in a little bit. They have a little link on KCRA 3 where you could donate for their trip and get them down there. But yeah, pretty exciting for that. It hasn't happened since like 1983.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gotta shout out that team. Pretty sick.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anything you want to shout out, promote? Any new projects coming up? I know you just dropped one, but or, you said you're performing this Friday. But any other news coming up?
Yeah, man, just gonna say The Sun Is Hot. That's out now. And we got a show August 30th. Come to that. And yeah, that's it. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. All right. Before we put these songs on to close us out, this is 96.5 FM KUBU Radio. Tyler Texeira, co-host Luke Mitchell, and special guest Teo Kodar.
We're gonna tune in next week.
Yep.
Talking more about Olympic basketball, some more A's news.
Yep.
Hopefully some more Kings news.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So I'm gonna play "Get Off Me" and "Whatever I Say" to close out the show.
Yeah.
Bitch really got for anything. And I know you only want to lean. You my favorite. But I make you think. Baby said she let me with me. Can't leave that whole alone, such a jeans. Dina, Roxy, need it like an oxy. They can't sell me, this is not an auction. But I know she love me, and she wanna attack me. Same time she hate me, probably wanna drop me. Probably wanna cross me, probably wanna off me. Tell her how to get off me. Tell her how to get off me. Tell her how to get off. Tell her how to get off me. 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 Picking up, I got Benny on the phone. Take a deep breath, come get it on your own. Switch it on me, that's a bold move. I don't wanna hear that shit, that oh no. Why a hoe get a hit in the fucking room? I been hooping like a goat, where it go who? Ay, we got hoes shoes inside when we step through. Ay, I'm tryna hear what you go through. Hey, I'm tryna gig in the extras. Hey, I'm tryna do this, get messed up. Whatever I say, it go. It go, whatever I say, it go. I line it up, I put you in a row. Cause it takes sacrifice, you gon' lose people close. I don't answer phone, put it in the bank, put it in the safe, alright. Switching on me, that's a bold move. Ay, switch it on me, that's a bold move. Ay, whatever I say, it go. I ain't picking up, I got Benny on the phone. Take a deep breath, come get it on your own.
My bitch shit in the building, bitch. Whoa. Yeah. Tell me what you want, what's your fantasy? I can really do it, I ain't selling dreams. I just told the whole damn world I was thinking about you, baby. Why you ain't come with me? I know you really want luxury. I'm really outside living comfortably. Yeah. And I'm hungry with my toe at. And my bitch down to earth like a flow man. Ooh, money too big, can't fold that. Hey, say it with your chest, better own that. Ooh, I'll take you on a plane, see the whole man. Yeah, if you really want to, better show that.